In the 80s, they could not use their signature weapons. In the 90s, they met the Power Rangers.
Hey, Night Watcher, need any teaching assistance?
And in the 2010s, they even met the Green Arrow.
Casey Jones.
But in 2023, for the first time ever, everyone's favorite heroes in a half shell are actually voiced by teenagers. I'm Ren, and this is my review of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem. Welcome back, Turtle fans. There is a brand new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles film in theaters that not only proves itself a strong contender for Best Animated Film of 2023, but also might just be the best TMNT film ever made, as we follow our favorite turtle brothers who, after years of being sheltered from the human world, set out to earn the hearts and love of New Yorkers and be accepted as normal teenagers through heroic deeds. Along the way, they meet a new friend in April O'Neil, who helps them take on the crime syndicate. But soon enough, the turtles get in way over their heads when an army of mutants is unleashed upon them. And I don't know about you, but I love the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It's one of those IPs that has always been around in my life. Whether we're talking about the 80s animated series, the 90s live action series, the 2003 animated reboot, even the 2012 Nickelodeon series, which to me is the best interpretation of the Turtles. But that prize just might be rewarded to Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg's reinvigorating, fresh new take on Leonardo, Donatello, Raphael, and Michelangelo. The teenager angle could easily feel like a skin-deep gimmick and nothing more. But because the storytellers behind this have a real love for this franchise, for the characters, they integrate the intimacy of these characters before any of the spectacle. There's a genuine youthful naivete and sweetness to these characters that comes across as genuine because of the cast chosen to voice them. They all recorded their voices together, and you feel that camaraderie, that charisma, that charm coming through, and you feel the energy they all collectively bring to the screen. It's not a film that just focuses on them as a team, as brothers. You get such great, insightful moments into each of the turtles' personalities that distinguish them from one another beyond the designs. Each of them have distinct flaws, have distinct wants in this film, and overall, obviously, they want to be a part of the human world. They want to not hide in the shadows anymore. And it's easy to accuse all the Turtles movies, all the Turtles stories to ultimately be about that, but that familiarity doesn't undermine the character work the creators injected into this film. One of the directors of this film co-directed The Mitchells vs. the Machines, and you feel that energy, you feel that heart pour through in every frame. Visually, it reminded me of The Mitchells vs. the Machines in the best ways, where it has this distinct hand-drawn aesthetic to it, but then it's enhanced with CG animation. And the character designs are so fantastic. They're so distinct. It feels like real work was put into these drawings, hand-drawn, and then they carried those designs into becoming animated through CG. There's a real claymation feel to the way the characters move around this world, and the colors and the lighting and the shot composition are also distinct from any other version of the Turtles we've seen before, but also stand out amidst what is right now an animation renaissance, which, thanks to Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, every studio, every animated movie that comes out is trying this new technique, this brand new look, this different feel to how it looks and how it moves. And Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem manages to find its own unique visual identity and visual language. It feels grungy, it feels dirty, it feels underground, for lack of a better term. It doesn't look polished or anything, but in a very precise, deliberate way. What also helps that in forging the identity of this film is the fantastic score by Atticus Ross and Trent Reznor. And who would ever thought those two would be involved with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? They really bring out the New York style of 90s hip hop, 90s garage, 90s grunge, and all of that oozes through the screen, from the more silent, slow, intimate character moments to the adrenaline pumping, heart racing action set pieces. From beginning to end, there are distinct action moments in this film, and they all feel different. They take inspirations from anime, they take inspirations from kaiju movies, and it all stands out, but it also speaks to the characters we're following in this film, which makes it so easy to fall in love with Leo, Donnie, Mikey, and Raph. And my favorite aspect of Mutant Mayhem is that it doesn't rush to get to the story. It doesn't rush to get to the big action set pieces and deliver fantastic, bombastic, big-scale spectacle. It's a film that enjoys being chill and just spending times with the turtles, being teenagers, exploring their rebellious nature, exploring their personalities, their dynamic with one another, and how their world changes once they come in contact with a human that accepts them and with other mutants that share a very different worldview than them. The film doesn't have a ton of time or a ton of story to explore with many of the other characters, but every single one of them gets this little moment of delivering a certain joke, or having a certain quirk to them, or getting along with one of the turtles to stand out, to be somewhat memorable. Whether you're talking about Mondo Gecko, Wingnut, Scumbug is a scene stealer, weirdly enough. Fan favorites Bebop and Rocksteady, while certainly not protagonists in the story, do get these great moments between one another and interacting with the turtles in ways we've genuinely never seen before, and never seen this side of them. And Ice Cube as Superfly, honestly, he's just kind of playing himself. And Mutant Mayhem is also a film that perfectly balances welcoming lifelong fans as much as new ones. It gets the origin story and all the familiar beats and tropes out of the way in a very organic manner, thanks to Master Splinter telling the story. Except this time, it's injected with as much Jackie Chan charm as mutantly possible. He is a joy to hear in this film, to watch how much of his movement, how much of his body identity language sort of is injected into the animation of the character, and you see that in the action sequences of Splinter. Not as much as I would like, but it shines through. It's filled with great laughs, tons of exciting moments, and just filled with heart. This film takes from so many things, but from one specific superhero movie of the past, and you wouldn't guess until you actually see the film, and it genuinely swelled up my emotions. So, as I dive into my final thoughts on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem, it's time for you to start the conversation in the comments below. Who is your favorite turtle? What is your favorite version of the turtles in movies or TV? Anything and everything down there. And if you're enjoying this review, want to talk more turtles, you just want to talk more movies and TV, this is the place to be. Consider clicking that subscribe button and you won't miss any future conversation on your favorite movies and TV. Mutant Mayhem is a refreshingly fun and authentic coming-of-age tale, earnestly capturing the turtles' experience, greatly balancing a 90s-inspired style, slick aesthetics, and an intimate narrative, beautifully grounded and earnest in character, making it the best Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie ever. I'm giving Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem a B+. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to start a conversation in the comments below with your thoughts, your excitement for Mutant Mayhem, and make sure to go out into the theaters and have a blast watching this one. Big shout out to my channel members for always supporting the channel, and I'll be back very soon with more videos. So until the next one, love each other and love the movies.